Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Waha Rakak, Wadash, Barakathum. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect. I just want to touch on, or basically, I want to touch on what Apostle Har has said in his lesson. I was just watching, just got to the beginning, and he brought out this precept right here, Psalms 82 and 5. They know not, neither will they understand, talking about the wicked. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. And here it is. We're in the beginning of Esau, what Esau calls spring. We're in the beginning of spring. All right. And we have a snowstorm, man. Just over here in the north, there's a major snowstorm in the beginning of spring. It says, and the wicked would be the so-called white man, Esau. It says, let's see. Got this article right here. It says deadly nor'easter wallops east with up to a foot or more of heavy snow. The first full day of spring. Slocky. The first full day of spring, Wednesday, brought yet another storm to the eastern U.S. And it says 52 seconds ago. It just uploaded today. This is today's date is Wednesday, the 24th. The 21st, Salakia, 2018. So it says the first full day of spring, Wednesday, brought yet another snowstorm to the eastern U.S., causing travel chaos and widespread school and business closures. It says up to a foot of heavy, wet snow and potentially more was expected from the mid-Atlantic into New England by the time the storm winds down Thursday. It says increasingly sunny, windy conditions were forecast for most of the east later Thursday as the heaviest snow shifts to Maine in the afternoon before finally coming to an end that night, the National Weather Service said. The storm took a deadly turn Wednesday when one person on Long Island was killed in a storm-related traffic accident. So here it is, man. We're in the time of spring, the time where, the time of life, as you want to call it. Well, as basically what spring represents, life. The time of life, and the so-called white man is basically choking the world. He's oppressing the people. He's oppressing the land. He's oppressing everybody, man. That's why in the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, it talks about how the trees will rejoice when the wicked is put down. Because everything is being oppressed, man. Here it is. The people are being oppressed. All right, with constant taxes, being having to pay constant taxes. But you watch that movie from Freedom to Fascism with Aaron Russo. He brought out how there's no law where you have to pay taxes, man. All right, here it is. You might make 1,000 a week. All right, but Esau's taking 400 for taxes, man. And still he wants you to pay bills. He wants you to, live off these inflated prices with the same amount you make, man. So that's how the people are being oppressed. How's the earth being oppressed? You with these chemtrails. All right, Esau's cutting down. Esau's cutting down trees, making his little mini malls and his malls. Another reason the way the earth is being oppressed is because Esau is allowing like these factories and cars to be operated on oil or gas. All right. When Esau could easily, make cars, at least they could at least make cars, be able to operate off of water, water powered cars or electrical cars, which they are trying. What I'm saying? They put those electrical cars, but for the majority of the people, they have these gasoline cars, man. And Esau just does that for profit. Even electrical cars is bad, man. because even where they charge they cars at, you know, what's fueling that station, man? You know, because they use coals as a form of um damn, what's the word I'm looking for? To generate, you know, they use coals to generate electricity, man. You know, which they pump into the air, man. So the either way you look at it, this world is being the earth is being oppressed and the people are being oppressed, man. You know, like I said, spring is a it was a point in time for them by the Most High that at a certain point in time spring would come, and what happens in the spring, man? Okay, it says got this site right here. It says spring season of new beginnings. Spring is a season of new beginnings. Fresh buds blow, animals awaken, and the earth seems to come to life again. But here it is, Esau's choking the life out of this earth, man. You know, he's choking the life out of this earth, man. It says farmers and gardeners plant their seeds and temperatures slowly rise. I just thought of it another way Esau is oppressing this earth is about, you know, keep fracking, man. You know, by keep fracking, he's oppressing the wildlife. You know, hey, Revelations 12 and 12 talks about how in the last days, Esau's gonna come down having great wrath. Let me see. Let's show you what kind of devil we dealing with here. I mean, what kind of person we dealing with here. Revelation 12 and 12. It says, rejoice, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Of the sea. So Esau is not only messing with, you know, the people that live upon the earth and the plants and stuff like that, but he's fucking up the sea life. You know, putting trash in the oceans, you know, dumping you know, like I said, dumping trash, dumping oil in the oceans. For the devils come down to you having great wrath because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And you know, this scripture we always use it at, you know, because Esau is gonna come down having great wrath, man. Ultimately come down with that RFID chip, his martial law. All right. But even prior to that, man, Esau is gonna, you know what I'm saying, oppress this world more and more, man. You know, and like they say, misery loves company. You know, so back in this article, it says spring season of new beginnings. It says spring is a season of new beginnings. Fresh buds bloom, animals awaken, and the earth seems to come to life again. So you know how spring, you know, brings life. You know, spring means life, man. It says farmers and gardeners plant their seeds and temperatures slowly rise. The timing of these changes varies depending on location. It says what most people call spring relies on the astronomical definition of the word. Spring is generally considered the period between the spring equinox and the summer solstice, defined by the angle of Earth's tilt toward the sun. Astronomical spring relies on equinoxes and solstices to define it. Equinoxes are special days during the year when day and night are almost equal. That's why they call it equinox. There are two equinoxes, one in spring and one in the fall. The spring or vernal equinox occurs around March 20th, you know, in the northern hemisphere, and around September 22nd in the southern hemisphere. That's all I wanted to touch on that. Going to show you everything, you know, has his purpose, man, because the scriptures speak about in Sirach, the first chapter, how the Most High created everything with wisdom or with prudence. When you look up that word prudence, it means to do something with a foresight, you know. That's wisdom, man. You know, prudence and wisdom goes hand in hand, man. So the Most High created this earth in a foresight, man. That's why you have what? You have winter, all right? You have spring, you have fall, all right? Because think about it, in the winter, what? Everything dies, you know, leaves fall off the trees, all right? And then what? In the summer, in the spring, it's normally what? Raining a lot, you know, or it's sunny, you know, and it's perfect for the trees, man. I, you know, I found a site talking about that, but I want to grab this precept real quick. It's log. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And that word season, as self-explanatory, but I still want to grab the etymology. It says that word season means a season or a time, a set time, an appointed time. So you know what? It was this well, I was gonna get into it. Let's see, go back. All right, it says so there's a set time to everything. There's a set time, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. So hey, the Most High made this world perfectly, man. So let's look at the winter time, right? It says, how do trees survive the winter? All right. And I looked this up because like I said, we normally look at trees and plants to tell us what season we in. We all know that many trees lose their leaves for winter, but what else do they do to deal with the cold? It's common knowledge that trees become bare during winter, but not many people know how trees keep themselves alive during the bitter cold. The animals you see during the winter keep moving and eat more food than usual to survive winter. I'm gonna just grab that real quick because the Most High made everything with wisdom. See, I think it's in Ecclesiastes 18. Is it 13 or is it 1? No, I think it's Slocky. I think it's Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. Basically talks about how the Most High created everything with wisdom. He gave everything wisdom. Let me see. Slocky. No, specifically says the Most High gave everything wisdom. I can't think of it now. But this is in the spirit of wisdom. No, that's not it. Yeah, but the Most High created everything with wisdom, man. Oh, okay. Well, this is a good one. It says Wisdom of Solomon 7:12, and I rejoiced in them all because wisdom goeth before them all. And I knew not what she was. I knew not that she was the mother of them. So the Most High created everything beautifully. Like I said, that's why the trees do what they do in the winter, to preserve themselves, and in the spring as well. So it says right here, it is commonly known that trees become bare during winter, but not many people know how trees keep themselves alive during the bitter cold. The animals you see during the winter keep moving and eat more food than usual to survive winter, and the ones you don't see are hibernating. Trees go through a process similar to hibernation called dormancy, and that's what keeps them alive during the winter. Wisdom, that's wisdom right there. Dormancy is like hibernation, and that everything within plants slow down. Metabolism, energy, consumption, growth, and so on. The first part of dormancy is when trees lose their leaves. They don't make food in the winter, so they have no use for masses of leaves that will require energy to maintain. When it's time for trees to lose their leaves, a chemical called ABA, abscisic acid, is produced in terminal buds, the part at the tip of the stem that connects to the leaf. The terminal bud is when the leaf breaks off when it falls, so when ABA gathers there, it signals the leaf to break off. This occurs only in deciduous trees, not in coniferous trees. ABA is a chemical that also suspends growth, preventing cells from dividing. This is something that occurs in both deciduous and coniferous trees. Impeded growth is another aspect of dormancy. It saves a lot of energy to stall growth during the winter. And during the winter, the tree isn't making any new food for energy. So during the winter, it preserves its energy by doing this. It's similar to hibernation, since most animals who hibernate store food as fat and then use it to run their essential systems during the winter rather than grow anymore. The tree's metabolism also slows down during dormancy, and this is also part of why cell growth is impeded, since it has to conserve the food it has stored. It's best if the trees use it up slowly and only for essential functions. Just jumping down, it says trees have winter dormancy for a reason, and it's best to just let them run their course as nature intended. Couldn't I have said it better, man? You know? So hey, man, the Most High created everything for his course, man. You got this devil, as we started off with in Psalms the 82nd chapter, how he throws off the course of this earth. It says, what happens to trees in the spring? In the spring, the days grow longer, animals return to feed and pollinate local plants, and people begin to work in the garden. Spring is a busy time for trees. Deciduous trees sprout leaves again, while coniferous trees create new growth. All trees grow taller. And speaking on just the earth, it's certain, even, brothers is into the herbs, they understand that it's certain plants and it's certain fruits and stuff that you eat for like the winter time, because it's good, keeps your gives you iron, keeps your blood thick. And then certain fruits and stuff that you eat that's common for the winter, man. That's why it's only certain fruits that grow in like hotter climate places, man, like over there in the Caribbeans, that you wouldn't see over here. Hey, but you got this damn devil. That's another reason why this devil gotta go down, man. You got what, pineapples, summer fruits he's selling over here in the markets, man. Going to show you that that's just most likely GMOs. Hey, the scriptures say the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. All right, so he will do wickedness, man. But this goes to show you how the so-called white man is a devil. Okay. I forgot the last precept I wanted to get, but brothers got the point, man. Hey, with that, Lord willing, you Akim is edified. Shalom to the elect.